The movie The Forbidden Depths talks about pirates searching for a legendary lost city that holds endless treasure. Our movie begins with a crew on the ship stages, a mutiny against their captain because he knows the city beneath the sea, but refuses to reveal its location. They interrogate the captain and threaten to kill him if he doesn't tell them where the city is, but he still refuses to speak. Suddenly, one of them shoots him and he falls into the sea, holding onto the barrel next to him. As he falls, we learn that inside that barrel is his son, awakens. From that moment, the pirate leader dies. 20 years after these events, we see Hakes grown up on a boat with a crew of fishermen. We learn that the one who found and rescued awakens since he adopted him when he found him. Later, Long orders the crew on the ship that they must go search for the treasure, hidden beneath the sea. But before they dive in, he informs them that they must head to a place called the Eye of the Sea, where all sea treasures gather. Awakens starts preparing to dive with them, but a young man in the crew mocks him and tells him not to join, because he doesn't want Hakes to take a share of their treasure. At that moment, Long notices the situation and keeps encouraging Hakes until he regains his confidence and dives into the sea with the team. Hakes drifts away from the group and searches alone until he finds a golden staff. He breaks a piece from it and takes it. When he examines it, he realizes that some power transfers from the piece into his hand. Energy bursts from his hand, making him lose balance underwater until suddenly, a giant sea monster appears before him. However, the monster doesn't harm him and just swims away. Hakes starts suffocating, desperate for oxygen, and he can't swim back to the surface. Unfortunately, the ship's crew witnesses what happened, and out of fear, they decide to flee the area, abandoning Hakes alone in the middle of the sea. Hakes then notices the pirate ship approaching him, and they capture him onto their vessel. Once there, they tie him up, and the pirate queen sees the pirate tattoo on his shoulder. She asks him, "Where are you from, or which pirates do you belong to?" He tells her he is not a pirate at all, but a fisherman of the sea. She then notices the golden piece he carries and asks him, "Where did you get this from?" He tells her he found it in the sea. She takes it from him and orders her crew to imprison him. They lock him in a room with a girl named Anu. Then he gets hit on the head and faints. When he wakes up, he finds himself tied up with Anu. Anu tells him she has shark teeth and can use them to cut the ropes, so he unties them with her help. She asks him, "Which village are you from exactly?" He tells her he is from the boat dwellers, the pirate queen, who is furious that he didn't die. Afterwards, she kills one of her own crew members and throws his body into the sea. The next day, Hakes wakes up to find Anu tending to his wound. It becomes clear that there are signs of mutual admiration between them, and Sue asks him about his golden piece, and when he shows it to her, she is greatly surprised. She tells him she is from Elixir Island, and reveals that she is searching for the lost city beneath the sea. According to legend, it lies under Elixir Island, and they actually decide to go to the Elixir Island, and then she gives him a fish so he can eat it. And she tells him that he must eat very well and regain his strength so he can pass through the ghost fog. Of course, when he asks her what this ghost fog is, she explains that in order to go to the Elixir Island, he must enter the ghost fog. And this fog is extremely cold. And she explains that anyone who goes through it cannot withstand its coldness and unfortunately dies immediately. Anyway, by that time they are in front of the ghost fog, and he asks her, "How are we going to pass through, you smart one, without dying from the cold?" So she tells him that she has 2 bottles of sea mercury water. Suddenly, while she is talking, they get pulled into the fog, and Hakes starts feeling very weak and faints. So Anu makes him drink from the sea mercury water to wake him up, and indeed he wakes up. She keeps talking to him so he doesn't faint again. After they manage to pass through the fog, Ansu takes Hakes to her family's house so he can rest well. Ansu's grandfather is very angry with her for bringing a stranger to their village. Later, Hakes wakes up from sleep and goes out to explore the island where he meets Dr. Wu, who tells him that he is the one who treated the wound on his back and that he saw the pirate tattoo on his body but never told another. And she tells Hakes that Wu is a very great scientist, and she keeps praising him in front of Hakes. Then they tell Hakes that they are trying to search for the treasure, something that might help him a little. He gives him a book that has the same drawing of the golden piece that he has exactly the same. And in the book, it is also written that the city under the ocean is located beneath a very large ship in the Elixir village. Then the 3 of them immediately go to a very big mountain, and its shape is exactly like a ship. So Hakes understands that the city must be beneath that mountain. When they climb to the top, they see that there is a mysterious circle in the water. Hakes looks at the paper he has and understands that they must go through this circle if they want to enter the city. And indeed, they all dive into the sea, and they enter through the circle until they reach a place inside the sea where there is no water at all. The three of them find a cave and enter it to explore. When Hakersing enters the cave, he's upset with him because he did not tell her from the beginning and that he was hiding the tattoo on his arm and that he is actually a pirate, which is very dangerous for her. Hakersing gets frustrated and tells her that he is from the boat people and that he is not really a pirate, but he was born with that tattoo on his arm. So Ansu leaves the place and abandons him with Wu. When Hakersing tries to catch up with her, Wu stops him and begins to reveal him, telling him that his real name is Sada and that he was actually a pirate with his father long ago. He tells Hakes that his real name is Dong. Sada tells him that he is the only one who can open the Eye of the Sea, and the biggest proof of that is the tattoo on his shoulder. But Hakes doesn't care about his words at all and leaves him. After that, he returns to the shore of the Elixir Island. There, he finds that the pirates have attacked pirates to the island. But then Sada appears, and all the pirates, even the leader, bow before him. He tells the villagers that he was able to find the salvation of the underwater city, and that he will not harm them. Then he leaves. Hawks then goes to Ansu to console her, but the villagers stop him and start throwing stones at him. He becomes very angry and decides that he will go with the pirates. Sada takes the golden piece that Hakersing has, and tells him that it is not an ordinary piece at all, but rather it is from the armor of his father, the pirate leader. Hakes then asks him how did his father die. Sada tells him that he and the pirate crew are the ones who killed him, because he knew about the island's gate and never told anyone about it. Then he offers him to join them and open the gate of the island. And afterwards, they will take all the gold inside, and that he is supposed to be a pirate, and will remain a pirate just like them. At that moment, Hakersing remembers the days when he was with the boat dwellers, and how much so Hakersing agrees to join them because of the way people treated him, believing that they would surely respect him after he became stronger, and opened the gate of the island, which was supposed to be called the Eye of the Sea. On the other side, we see Ansu as she buries her grandfather, and afterwards, she rules the island after him. It turns out that Long is still alive, and Anu decides to go to him. When she arrives, she asks him to form an alliance with her along with all the boat dwellers, so that they can break the ghost fog. She tells him that no one can do it except Hakersing, and they must rescue him from those evil pirates. One of the boat dwellers angrily tells Anu that none of them will risk their lives for just a pirate. Anu feels very disappointed and is about to leave, but Long stops her and tells her that he will go with her to save his son. Then we see Hakersing on the pirate ship starting to open the gate of the city beneath them, until suddenly Long's crew attacks the ship and asks Hakes to return with them, but he refuses to go. The pirate leader attacks them, but Hakersing stops her and prevents her from harming. Then Ansu appears and begins to tell him that she has learned about his life and that her grandfather told her everything before he died. She reveals that Hakersing's father, the pirate leader, was a very kind man who tried to protect them. Hing tells her that she must leave with her people, so he doesn't harm them, and that it's impossible for him to return with them. Nona betrays them and shoots Long, and unfortunately Long dies. Hakersing remembers the day his father died in the exact same way, realizing that it was Sada who had shot his father too and ended his life. After that, Sada escapes from the ship, jumps into the sea, and enters the gate of the city. Hakersing orders his friends to take Long's body while he will take care of the rest. The pirate leader wants to kill Ansu, but Hakes manages to stop her. Before she can jump at him to kill him with her weapons, the sea monster suddenly appears and swallows her. Hakes then decides to descend into the Eye of the Sea and stop Sada from opening the gate. He manages to reach the city, and when he looks ahead, he sees Sada, an armor piece that belonged to his father, and it transforms into liquid gold. The golden liquid enters his hand until it turns into a golden hand. Hakes feels a tremendous power flowing through his body. Then he rises and uses his golden hand to break the barrier, and indeed he succeeds, causing the barrier to fall onto Sada and kill him. When Sada dies, the ghost fog completely disappears from the Elixir continent. Hakersing's friends are all overjoyed at the great achievement, but at the same time they are sad, thinking that Hakersing has died. But suddenly he rises out of the sea and they realize he is still alive. Ansu is overjoyed and they decide from that day forward to continue their lives together, and the movie ends. To watch the next part, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video.